As long as there is a petition questioning your impartiality to favor them in cases, they know. So when he felt that this judge would not favor him, now felt that the person is to write petition.
So do you think Justice Egwatu was pressured to recuse himself from this case?
With the
Any
petition.
possibility of that?
No, with the petition.
Aside the petition, is there a kind of pressure, a backdoor pressure at acts from the porters of Akpabio?
The petition is enough for him to say, I will not handle this case. Any other thing is secondary. Okay. If he had insisted, that is where the suspicion will not come in. You don't want such a thing. If your conscience is clear, then you will excuse yourself from the case. It is only when somebody have cried out that, look, I don't think this man will be impartial in this case. That is when you now say, but I'm not the only judge now, so any other person could handle it. That's just what I think. Maybe there is something that made Akpabio to suspect, because they did not tell us what the man did or said that warranted the petition. They didn't tell us. Apparently, they know that this judge is not happy with what is going on, and he may not give them favorable judgment. That's what I feel here.
All right, Barrister, let's look at INEC. Still talking about this issue between Akpabio and Senator NATASHA-GATE. INEC has stalled the recall process, the petition of the recall process. They cited that the signatures does not have addresses attached to them. So once that is complete, they will go ahead with it. But one clause that I want to put clear here, I want you to make sense of, is that there is a with addresses. They will also commence verification of the signatures in each polling unit. It means that they will go to each polling unit, trying to verify those signatures one after another. And they said it will be restricted to only registered voters in each polling unit. Barrister Darlington, we saw videos, footages online, how these signatures were signed, allegedly signed. People were in a room gathered with INEC voters register, trying to sign each petition. So with this clause of INEC, do you think this can pull through? I've
become born again, This INEC has reinvented itself because of the audio it cost us during the last general election. So they are now trying to do things properly. Because that is what the recall process stipulates. And from that score, this thing may not fly. It will not succeed. Because to recall a senator or any legislature is not it's not this one that they did with approving a state of emergency. This time around, I think the senators will be up in arms. She's already at a loggerhead with lots of senators. The senator representing... we are talking of 73 senators here out of 109.
Okay.
Is she fighting with all of them?
But from what has played out in the House, in the Senate, Barrister, you think that's going to be difficult? We saw what happened yesterday. Now talking about it, we saw what happened in the Ethics and Privileges Committee.
Most senators, they didn't like what happened, just that they are not allowed to speak.
Why are they not allowed to speak? All right, Barrister.
Most senators are not happy, actually. The few people that they are allowed to talk are those who are in favor of what Akpabio did. That does not mean they approve. Like this state of emergency. All the senators, they didn't get to talk now. They didn't. Everybody saw it, so they didn't. That's the truth.
But they said money exchange hand allegedly, even though some of the senators has countered that. They said it was meant for Salah. Although a lot of them are not Muslims anyway, but whatever happened there, let's see how that played out.
They gave to those who wanted to collect. Yes, not all of them, because if they are collected, they would have been present. Yeah, so they gave those who wanted to collect, and they collected it to do or say what they did. So the shame is on them. Posterity will judge them.
Privileges Committee between NATASHA and Akpabio, you understand, between Senator Nwebonyi of Ebonyi State and former Minister Obiora, so much verbal altercation. It was heavy. The words that were used, I don't think I'll be able to say them here. But the thing is, Senator Wemboy is in his early 40s, and the former education minister, Obiora, is in her 60s. People are saying, if not for any reason, because of age and someone who could be your mother, who is old enough to be your mother, why do you have to pour that amount of insult on the person? Because she told you you have to shush, or you have to shut your mouth, according to what, or because she has come to, tell her part of the story that she told. And she said the reason why she told him to shut his mouth was because they weren't letting them speak.
Exactly.
So if you don't let me speak, why do you? And the guy kept interrupting, the senator kept interrupting. So in her position, she said, if you do not let us speak, why do you have to let this other person speak? It shows that there was some kind of bias already in that committee.
Exactly. So that was the reason. Like I said in the morning also, I thought there should have been decorum on the part of the senator.
Okay.
Because you are occupying a sensitive position as a senator of the
Well, he said he doesn't regret his words anyway.
Well, that will tell you the kind of person that are there. That's why the woman said, look, I cannot be a hooligan. But when you are saying that's why you can, as if everybody in that house is a saint. You know, when people talk, they indict themselves. They don't know. If you are truly what you claim, should you be talking like that? This is something you would have let go. You wouldn't even raise an eyebrow about it. You know, people like to talk what you did to them, but they will never say what they have done to you. What I know, Obi, she cannot say, keep quiet or shut up. If that man has
in a rude manner.
Yes. The man must
and she comported, I'd say she comported herself quite well, during that altercation.
What are you saying? Yes, now everybody saw how calm and, compacted she was in that time.
So, Barrister, in all of this, how does this project Nigerian Senate?
There are no shame there again. No. That has
in the international community.
It has become a house of infamy. No shame unto themselves, God. No shame.
It is just 4 years. It's a question of 4 years, which 2 years is bygone already. These senators, with these actions, some of them are taking, do they see themselves recontesting and being re-elected by their constituents
again? With the money, they will come back.
You think so? Like the person of Senator Wemboy, you think his constituents want to re-elect him?
If all of them are... When Tinubu was presenting the budget and made a mistake with the date, and they corrected him, did you not hear what he said? He said that means all of you are being re-elected.
So that is the kind of democracy we're running in Nigeria.
Nigeria has become a laughing stock, seriously. You know these people, the way they act and talk, you ask yourself, are they truly human beings? Are they conscious of what they are doing to themselves and to Nigeria? Because you can't do all this and expect some people to come here to invest money.
I was about going there.
It can never happen. So forget it. It can never happen. Because I was waiting to ask Tinubu, all your travels, well, you know that about recent now he has stopped traveling. Because they have discovered that his travels are not yielding any fruit.
Barrister, the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, last week mentioned that no investor will want to come to Nigeria to invest with the way. So this is kind of negatively impacting us as a country.
Yeah, when we say it there, they say you hate Tinubu, you hate APC. But you people don't have sense over here, because they'll be asking, are you sure these people, because they believe that as their country is over there in the Western world, where they elect leaders with sense and all that, where they elect the best among them to lead, that it is the same thing over here in Nigeria. So when your leaders are behaving like this, then the followers are just, they don't have any regard for you.
But for how long will this continue for us?
It will left for Nigerians, so it will left for them. It will left for them, because when people say people get the kind of leader they want, in fact, I thought you have decent, hardworking Nigerians, intelligent, brilliant Nigerians who are doing wonders. It's as simple as that. They did not. If they did, I will go and bring Amadu and let all of them swear with it. And let me see any of them that will see tomorrow. If activate them and ask them, I swear with this thing that you want this election. None of them will swear. They won't. Because they know this in River State. And then give it to INEC to go and announce.
All right, Barrister, still talking about the issues in the Senate between NATASHA-GATE and Akpabio. Speaking on our breakfast show this morning, public affairs analyst Honorable Egwatu emphasized that such matters should be approached with justice rather than emotions, and I would like us to get that, so we'll hear what he says.
People come with emotions, people come with passion to get things done the way they want. So most times people, the emotions they're overwhelmed by the emotions, but it doesn't remove the fact that facts are sacred. If you look at what was happening there, there was a time somebody was putting off Dr. Obio's microphone so that people would not hear what she's saying, and they were trying to put off the mic for the senator. Even though I think the senator would have done much better. He should have been attuned with this kind of situation. Seriaki Dixon and the Senate President, you saw how mature they handled it. They exchanged words, yes, but at the end of the day, everybody showed mutual respect for each other.
Okay.
I think that's what should have happened here. But all the same, I commend the chairman of the committee.
Okay, Barrister, let's move to River State now. There is a story that says that the men of the Air Force Joint Task Force, we also know that the head of service was forced to resign, because some reporters are saying that he may be forced to resign because he was the head of service when the suspended governor, Obiora, was there. But Barrister, this incident, it looks militant.
Because that's what the
militant has come to accept.
Oh, no, you expect them.
No militant has come openly. You know, during the days of militants in River State, they come and accept that we are the people who did this, X, Y, Z. But nothing of such has happened.
The thing has not picked up. So
you think it's gradually picking up?
Yes, the militants have not been activated so that they will come out in their numbers. When they now, come out and then face the Nigerian military, you now know that there is a full-scale war, like it used to be 1 year. Isn't justice on its own? Isn't justice? That means what Tinubu is after is the oil and not the people. That is just a simple analogy. You are interested in taking these resources from these people, but you are not interested in their welfare. You are not interested in what they want. You are not interested in their well-being. Yet, you want them to be happy with you? It's not possible. You can't beat a child and ask that child not to cry. Everybody have come to agree that, look, what Tinubu did in River State was unbecoming. It was unnecessary.
Is it a state of emergency?
Yes. It was clearly unnecessary. So why can't they reverse it and face the area where there is real crisis?
But Barrister, to be fair to the president, he has come to say that the reason why he did that state of emergency in River State was to give the executive, the governor, and the assembly members time to reconcile. Probably within 6 months, they will go back and reflect on a better way to focus on the state.
That is not how to solve
That's not going to work?
That is not how to solve a problem, because the constitution is clear on such matters.
Okay.
Yes. He's just looking for something to say. Did he call Fubara and the lawmakers and say, look, now that the Supreme Court have given judgment, you lawmakers, allow him to present the budget, review the state assembly, and then give you your salary, your withheld salary. And then let us see whether Fubara will say no or renege. After all, he was doing this thing now. It was the people from their own side, the Wike and the Tinubu side, that made things impossible. Instead of them to call a spade and say, look, you lawmakers, you should behave yourselves. You saw when the man wanted to present the budget, they locked him out.
Twice.
So why didn't Tinubu intervene and say, why should these people stop him from... Even if Tinubu have reprimanded them, they will not behave themselves. They were working towards an answer. It's as simple as that. Reconcile. Where? No, where will they stay to reconcile? Fubara will go and visit them in their houses one by one, or what?
I don't know how that is going to
So it means that they will still call them somewhere a neutral person will have to call them somewhere.
Perhaps elder statesmen.
That is the same neutral person that Tinubu should have done. Tinubu did not do well. He shows, of course, now they want to get the hold of Rivers State at all costs. Everybody knows that. So why is he pretending about it?
So Barrister, before we move to the insecurity, to more than 6 months, what do you think is going to happen in that state come 2027?
It will not last these 6 months.
You think it's not going to last?
I said it will not.
Why do you think so, sir?
With all the cacophony of voices that have condemned his action.
So you're saying the president is going to yield to pressure?
He must.
The president will yield to pressure? If
the state assembly or the national assembly now appoint these eminent personalities to intervene and all that.
The National Assembly led by Senator Akpabio is going to appoint.
Yes, and the House of Rep, they said they are going to,
And you think that process is going to be a fair process for both parties?
No, because the people they mention Kuka and other eminent Ijo leaders and all that, who are politically neutral. If there's some people intervene, why not? If not, the only thing is that the lawmakers will have to agree for this man to present him as ruled by the Supreme Court. Well, this that no matter what you are going to say, it will still go back to what they refused to accept before. And why wouldn't they accept it now? Because they are not even. Is that what?
When that state of emergency was called in Rivers State, they supported the president. They made a statement and supported the president.
That thing, because they never. Both Putin and outside Nigeria. Do you know what he has suffered? The phone call and everything.
Really?
I'm telling you, Tinubu cannot be a happy man now. Yes,
we'll
because
90%
of everybody, both within and outside, 90% condemn your action. How can you be happy with such action? How?
All right, Barrister, let's quickly touch on insecurities in Borno State and we'll wrap up the analysis segment. A yet to be identified number of soldiers have been killed in Borno State by insurgents' attack on a military base, Barrister. In a military base in Sabongeri, Dambo local government area of the state, they were attacked. It looks like insecurity is no longer toning down anytime soon in Nigeria. Even though there is no state of emergency in Borno State, there is no state of emergency in any state, in any northern state where we'll have high number of insecurity there. Let's just get your thoughts and quickly wrap up.
The thing is that there is a sabotage. And that was warned that, look, rehabilitating arrested terrorists and
reintegrating them back into the society
and into the military is a dangerous trend. It has
because
happened.
Some of them have been seen to go back to their old ways. Exactly. Now that you mentioned it,
at a point, one of them ran back to his people with the guns given to him, and the military were complaining. I said, look at these people. Look at Nigerian military. You gave an arrested terrorist a gun to go and kill his own brothers in the bush, and you think he would? In fact, the way we think, I think something is wrong somewhere. It is these people that are giving them intel, their own people, because for you to access a military barracks in such number, they enter the barracks. So, part of people are mobilizing and they are coming towards our barracks. You mean they didn't? Somebody is sabotaging the military, and it will not be far from these people that they arrested and rehabilitated into the military. It can't be far from them. We have said this in severally. This is not the first time, this is not the second, third, or fourth, or even 10th time. Yet the Nigerian government have not listened.
Right.
So that means insincerity is what is causing this problem. Nobody is sincere about this fight against terrorism, including the federal government of Nigeria.
Yet we keep churning out money.
I'm telling